It's me again. Surprise, surprise. So, you might know this, but I'm kind of getting tired of fetish. And rather than admit defeat, I am just making this video, which is kind of dumb. I don't have a plan. It's not even music related. So basically what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna do some rainbow loom. Do you remember rainbow loom? I do. When I was much younger, I used to be really, really obsessed with rainbow loom. So in today's video, I'm going to sit and I'm going to make some rainbow loom. And I'm just gonna talk about whatever I think of. Let's talk about Instagram trends, okay? Like, not like fit tea or whatever. Okay, no, I'm talking about the ones that are like just to raise awareness and that's all they do. And then people share them like 50 times. Like, every single person you know shares them, and then the same person shares the same thing twice. And you see it over and over again. And then you start skipping it. Like, okay, because if I see the same post like 30 times, right? And let's say it's about Notre Dame burning down, right? And I see 30 people posting about it, then when the next time I see it, I'm going to just skip past it and not read it this time, even if it has something important to say. And that means that now, whenever I think about Notre Dame, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, that thing that everyone kept talking about, oh, like that was like overdone, I don't really care about that anymore. So people overdo it, even though I do it too. But I don't put like trends on my story that everyone else sees. But I mean, that doesn't make me a better person. I'm not superior. That's not what I'm trying to say. And then this whole Sudan thing, okay, that makes it sound like I'm minimizing the actual Sudan crisis. The Sudan thing that happened on Instagram, where everyone on Instagram was freaking out, that drove me up freaking wall. Because, like, alright, there's an actual crisis happening in Sudan, and you're, like, fighting over your profile pictures and, like, having arguments, and that takes away from the actual problem, which is that people are dying, and if you're trying to raise awareness, then why are you even talking about the profile pictures in the first place? And I know that, like, I'm kind of, like, too late for this, and this already happened, and also this doesn't really matter. So then when you, like, start complaining about, like, things like that are kind of trivial, then you feel all those people that are like, no, all like the SJWs are like, they complain about everything, and we can never do anything right, you know? You know, those people are the worst. So, like, I don't know, wow. I said I didn't have a plan and that I was just going to talk about whatever I thought about, but this just became me complaining about Instagram. I've been trying to work on, like, picking my battles recently, because I tend to get angry at people a lot for saying dumb things. It's hard to tell what actually matters. And I'm like, no, Iris, don't, just be quiet. Oh, it's a nice bracelet. You can't. I mean, it's not actually. It's made of rubber bands, but I made it. Okay, so like when people make posts, like that are like, if you don't go vegan, then I hate you, or like that's a bit of exaggeration. People make posts that are like, it's okay if you're not vegan, but if you don't feel bad for the animals dying every day right in your backyard, then I hate you and you should hate yourself too. And they just force that on you, and then they just post videos of like animals being like abused, and they're like expect you to just like be like, oh my god, wow, I didn't realize this was a thing before. I had no idea animals were eaten. Now I'm gonna go become a vegan. As if that's just like a thing you can go do, you know? And so, like, I don't know, it just makes me very angry. Because also my rainbow loom bracelet's done. Like a second one. Okay, it's green, orange, and yellow this time. I have two. They go nicely together. It feels like a trend rather than like an actual problem that people are trying to fix every time one of these things comes around. And I don't really I never really want to participate, and I never feel like I really care. And so I don't know if other people feel the same way, but that's how I feel about that. And so like that's not a good approach. It's just like spamming it on your story. And then another not good approach is like just guilting people into trying to become better people by yelling at them about how bad they're doing. And I realize that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So I will have a conclusion about what you should be doing instead in one moment, right? Because when you just guilt people into doing things, then that doesn't actually tell them what they should be doing and how they should be doing it. And you're just making them feel bad. And again, that gives them negative connotations with the topic you're trying to talk about and make them not like you or the topic, and they won't want to do it anymore. Again, I know I sound really negative about this, but I feel like I'm being realistic because that's how I feel when this happens to me. Okay, so rather than doing things like that and just like spamming and being negative, whatever, it is better when you see problems that you want to fix to try to like mention like obvious like things that like you can still talk about like the problems and raise awareness and try to make people feel a little bit guilty, because obviously using like pathos is good, you know, because you want to make people like want to participate and like help your cause. But then helping and sharing your like resources where people can actually make a difference is also good, because just raising awareness doesn't do anything. Okay, that's not true. But like when you just raising awareness is good to a point, but when everyone raises awareness over and over again and does nothing else, then you have just made everyone know about it, and then it becomes a meme. Like the Sudan crisis, and then everyone thinks it's a joke and no one cares about the people who are actually suffering. So, share your resources and try to make it so that people can actually help if they are so inclined, rather than just like, I don't know, panicking and being annoyed at you. Anyway, no one asked for this video. In fact, I didn't ask for this video. By the end of it, I think I found something useful, maybe. Alright, well, thanks for watching, I guess. And I'll see you tomorrow, maybe, if I can make myself make another video. Bye bye.